Today we're taking a deep dive into the BZBGEAR BG-AVENTO-4K, a 4K AI-enabled dual-lens NDI PTZ conference camera designed to make hybrid meetings look cleaner, smarter, and more professional. With one lens dedicated to sharp 4K PTZ close-ups and another providing a panoramic view of the room, this camera is built to keep the right subject in frame while giving viewers better context of the overall space. Compact yet powerful. Add in all the different tracking modes like AI speaker tracking, auto framing, presenter tracking, gallery mode, and pro level connectivity, and you've got a serious solution for conference room, education, and corporate production. Controlling the camera, very easy as well. You have two main options. You have your IR remote with all the options on there, as well as a LAN connection on the back to allow this to connect to your network, and there's a web GUI interface that you can use to control the camera and dial in all your settings. So, enough said, let's go ahead and dive in. First things first, as always, let's go over our setup. Let's go actually plug it in. That'd probably be helpful. I have a lot of it already set up. I had the HDMI connected to our display monitor. I have it connected to a local switch because it is, you can access the web GUI. And also, I'm gonna connect the USB to my computer. So first, I wanna make sure it's on our network. So what's great is using the remote, I can use the center button here, the little icon. If I hold it down for like 5 seconds, you can see the IP address, it's on DHCP out of the box, so it pulled a local IP 192.168.40.141. So depending on how you want to use the camera, you can use one laptop to control the camera over web GUI, and then also you can use the USB-C out as a source for your live streaming or video conferences, Zoom, Teams, whatever it may be. And so setup, I have it set up pretty easily. First of all, I'll just go over the remote. I have the different options here. Right now it's on, I think I just have it on manually focus on me. Next one is auto framing. So if there's more people at our table, it would auto frame depending on how many people come to the table. It'll frame that. And then it kind of just sees me. Speaker tracking, we have this, so if I keep talking, it should just pull up. So it should automatically just switch over to me. There it goes. And then if someone is on the other end of the table talking for 2-3 seconds without someone else talking, it'll switch to them. So if you want to do speaker tracking. But if you have a lot of people talking at once in the room, this is probably not your ideal option. And then also we have the presenter tracking, where if you're just at the end of the table, it'll zoom in and kind of follow you around, AI tracking. So I'm just tracking here. You can see on the screen, it adjusts, and there you go. So we got our tracking, just walking back and forth, pretty straightforward. And then you got gallery mode. If you have more people, this breaks it up into the gallery where it has individual screens for everyone on the screen. Obviously, it's just me, so not too exciting. And then back to our manual option there. You got two on the remote. You have two presets. So if I just hold it, pick an angle, hold the number, hold number 1, preset 1 saved. I'm gonna hit number 2, goes over there. And then if I hit 1, it goes right back to that. So pretty easy preset. When you're on manual, you can adjust the PTZ. You could go pan, tilt, left and right, left and right, tilt up and down, and then zoom in, zoom out. And then if I want, I can always turn off the camera as well with the button there. But if you want to use the web GUI, let's go ahead and do that and dive into the computer. All right. Now we got everything networked. Like I mentioned, we have the Avento connected to our network switch, and then I have my laptop connected to the same network switch, so it's all on the same network. We discovered that our IP address is 192.168.40.141. That's just local to us. All right, got our login page. So when you first log in, it's gonna ask you to change your password. I already did that, so I changed it to something a little different. I'm not gonna tell you, get your own. And so here is the web interface. You can see we got the camera and serial number and the most recent firmware. But the biggest thing is right here is controlling the camera. So what's great is you can actually preview the camera right here. As you can see, it shows the preview. And then you can actually toggle through the same modes. So when I'm on I'm on no certain tracking mode. You can do manual adjustments. You got your presets. You got picture-in-picture mode, so you can see. You can do, because this camera, like I mentioned, has two different lenses. They have the fixed panoramic lens on the bottom, and then the PTZ lens at the top with the optical zoom. And so you can switch between the position of that picture-in-picture if you want to see both. And so this great allows you to kind of see each camera. And if you're looking to mirror the image, you can do that. If you want to mount the camera upside down and on a ceiling, you can invert it back to the right way up. And you got your HD mode and so forth. And so, like I mentioned, you can access all the different tracking modes. Here, fix not being upside down. Wait, mirror, turn that off. There we go. Back to normal. I'm going to turn off picture-in-picture. And like I mentioned, you can actually access all the tracking modes, either the remote or even on here. So I'm going to do auto framing. So it's framing if there's more people. Obviously, I'm having a meeting by myself, and then it reframed me because I am a loner. Speaker tracking. So same thing. We did this earlier where if it shows us speaking. Actually, we have some other footage of the camera in action of me and my partner Flo talking back and forth. So you can see the actual footage of the speaker tracking working pretty well. Same with presenter tracking. Like I mentioned, this just tracks you walking around the room. If you have a lot of people in the room and there's a lot of bodies in front, might not be the best. But if you zoom in on that person in the back and then turn it on, it'll track it pretty well. And then individual galleries as well. And lastly is individual galleries, where it splits up the splits up the frame, and depending on how many people are in the frame and in their own individual screens, kind of like a multi-view on one screen, which is really cool. That's what the beauty of having the two cameras. It allows to do that. So that's a breakdown of those quick options here. And then you got your settings. You could change the name of the camera. You could put on a static IP. And some detection, and you can adjust the lights and low latency mode. If you're having a little too much latency in the NDI, you turn this on and it'll lower the latency. And then also the camera has two different options. It'll have either NDI or not. So if you're looking for an NDI stream as well, you can get that. If you're looking to bypass a USB-C or just have if your environment's all NDI, we got you covered. And it's already active. If you have the NDI version of this, you can see, you can change the name of it and it'll find it, and you can change the settings all right here. It's all pretty straightforward. And then looking to reset, you change your password, factory reset, and then you got our support if you want to go to our website and manual. So that's pretty much it for the web GUI. So lastly, I want to show you just how easy it is to connect it if you're looking to use this as your camera, which most likely you're going to be using for some sort of like Zoom or Teams or anything. So the camera does have a USB-C out. So I'm going to just connect that directly. Last, I just want to show you all the different USB connections. There's actually USB-C and USB-A on the back. So USB-C is the video out to connect it to your laptop to use as a video feed for any video conferencing. The USB-A port is actually a hub for like a speakerphone. So for today, we're actually going to be using our own speakerphone, the OMNITALK, the BG-OMNITALK, which has a wireless dongle which you can plug in. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on.
Power on. Enter Bluetooth. Waiting for connection.
And then I have my Bluetooth dongle, which I'm going to plug right back into the USB-C-A. And then I have a
Bluetooth connection succeeded.
Oh, good. Connected it successfully. I'm going to put this up here. And then I have a USB-C, which kind of binds. I have the speakerphone going through the camera to my computer. So it combines the speakerphone and video into the computer. So for today, let's just go ahead and use Zoom as an example. So I'm going to jump into Zoom, which is great. I can just test everything I need. So I'm going to go to a video here in my Zoom settings, and all I need to go is the BG-AVENTO. There it is. As you can see, the camera is right here. Hello. All right, next let's go ahead and show how the audio connection works. Everything's connected. So we have the OMNITALK. As you can see, it's already picking up my voice. It's just called Action Audio. So I'm going to hit test recording. So I'm testing right now, and then it's actually good when I'm done recording. So it's going to play. I'm going to hit test recording. So I'm testing right now, and then it's actually good when I'm done recording. And there's my voice, and then also going to hit test speaker. And there you go. I actually think this is a really cool feature because you can take your camera and then add the wireless speakerphone to the camera and all one connection. I don't have dual connections going to my computer. I just have one USB-C that's bringing both the USB-C and the USB-A. And the speakerphone uses the wireless dongle, so you don't have to do another connection to the camera and to the computer. So it makes for easy wireless setup, because I know a lot of conference rooms, you guys don't like wires. If you're looking to keep a table nice and neat, the less wires the better. So, and then as you can see, our setup is kind of like kind of unique, because I rather prefer how you probably want to mount the camera. There actually is a screw if you want to put it on a tripod, but also you could put it on a wall mount. Today we're just using the box to kind of prop it up on our demonstration table here. Well, there you have it, just a deep dive of our brand new camera, the BG-AVENTO-4K. It's a great camera from small to mid-sized conference rooms. It picks up, has a great optical zoom, and also a lot of USB-C or USB connections, and it has a web GUI, easy control, everything you can ask for when you're doing a conference meeting. So as always, if you have any questions, comments, leave them in the comments below. Love to hear from you, and love how to see this will be a great fit for your environment. I know it's going to be a great solution for a small compact camera in a conference room and looking to remove wires. So please reach out to us and let us know how we can fit this into your environment. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to videos like these so you'll be notified when more videos like these come out. As always, have a great day.